Alexia's backstory makes her kind of the perfect candidate for reality television. We spoke about her first marriage recently in the video that I'm replying to here. So much more to her backstory, and now that we're doing these biographies for the whole cast, like, let's continue with Alexia. Alexia was born in Cuba, and we know that from 17 to 21 she lived in Spain, in Madrid. This was a relatively common path for Cubans to get to Miami when not on the boat lifts. We also learned during that cast trip to Marbella that Alexia was engaged when she was 21. She said she was engaged to the heir of Pepsi Europe or Pepsi Latin America. She moves to Miami, she gets a bachelor's and a master's in special education. I'm not sure if it's for undergrad or for graduate school, but she also attends St. Thomas University in Miami Gardens, where Marisol graduated from. I also saw somewhere else that she did her undergrad at the University of Miami, but couldn't find that like confirmed or specified anywhere else. So just FYI, but anyway, she has a master's in special education, and she went on to be a special education teacher for the Miami-Dade County public school systems. During her early teaching career is when she and Peggy Rosello got involved. This is the cowboy that she talked about in that recent 80s episode. Again, I did a whole video on this marriage. They were ultimately married in 1994. Alexia would have been 27. We know that they had 2 kids together. They got divorced in 1996. Alexia and Herman get married in 2004. Together, they found Venue magazine. She quits her job as a teacher and steps into the editor-in-chief role. Venue magazine was a big deal for the city. It was publications of like social happenings, new food, fashion. If you're familiar with like what Ocean Drive would have been at the time, this was the Spanish version of that local luxury kind of magazine. The city of Miami, especially around this time, loved like these socially curated things for the city. In 2011, she's cast on the first season of Real Housewives of Miami. She's shared that she didn't originally tell Herman she was going to this casting, and in fact, like, she only attended in support of a friend who was going to try out. Originally, he wasn't like crazy supportive. He didn't think it'd be a good look for them. She and Marisol were already friends, particularly like, again, in this more professional capacity, they started becoming friends. I just did a video on Marisol as well if you want her biography. But anyway, Alexia has said like once Herman learned that Marisol was also going to be on the show, like he started feeling better about it. I also saw quite a bit of Venue magazine on the early seasons of the show. At that point, it was already established, like pretty widely distributed. We see the Venue magazine office. We see Alexia going out like on shoots, bringing Peter. There was that one scene, you know. Venue magazine was ultimately shut down in 2016 by Herman's sons after his passing. There was a lot of strife between Alexia and Herman's sons after his passing. They had kind